Well, we did it. We took down a dragon, and at least for me, it was pretty fantastic. I actually really enjoy that. My new mission is to take down every dragon. That's going to be amazing, and hopefully we can do that one day. First thing we need to do is actually head back to Skyhold. It's been a while, so we're going to check in with a few people, but first person I'm going to stop and chat with is Dorian. I gotta make a decision whether we tell him about the setup or not, and I think I'm gonna tell him. I like the guy, and I don't think that it's right that I keep it from him, so I just feel like that would be the right thing to do. So let's do that first. Varric, how's it going? Now, where is he again? Oh yeah, he's in here, okay. Oh yeah, he's on the second, I remember now. He's up here. Oh really?
Here and there you run, checking in on your followers. Why don't they come to you? Feed you grapes, rub your shoulders. I suppose it's more fun this way. For me, I mean. You're rather strapping.
Okay, he's coming on pretty hard here.
I've noticed you're rather strapping yourself.
Of course you have. That only takes eyes.
Luckily, I have those.
You do. A rather fetching pair. At any rate, you didn't pass by to hear me fawn. Something on your mind?
Look, I'm pretty sure he's told us about Alexius.
You said Alexius was a mentor of yours.
He was my patron, sponsoring me to the higher levels of the Circle of Magi. In return, my successes were his. I had a lot of successes, naturally. Alexius was most pleased. He and I used to talk over brandy about the corruption, how we could one day make real change in the Imperium. And then he gave up. He stopped trying.
Why did he give up?
On a journey to Hossberg, a Darkspawn raid killed his wife and sickened his son. I remember hearing the news. He hadn't been there, you see. Alexius was convinced he could have protected them. The guilt tore him up. I helped him with his research for a while, and then we drifted apart.
That must have been difficult.
Back then, I was furious. I told him to snap out of it, move on. I thought I had all the answers. Later, I regretted my hasty words. But we didn't speak again until he approached me for the Venatori. Too much pride, I suppose. Plus, I was busy drinking. One must have priorities.
Yeah, clearly. You missed him?
Was it hard being away from him?
It was hard not having a patron, yes. I'm not exactly built to fit in. At any rate, he's fallen so low, I doubt he'll ever get up. Sad, really.
Alright, I'm gonna tell you about this, but don't shoot the messenger.
Dorian, there's a letter you need to see.
A letter? Is it a naughty letter? A humorous proposal from some Antivan dowager?
Not quite. It's from your father.
From my father. I see. And what does Magister Hallward want, pray tell?
A meeting.
Show me this letter. I know my son? What my father knows of me would barely fill a thimble. This is so typical. I'm willing to bet this retainer is a henchman, hired to knock me on the head and drag me back to Tevinter.
Is that something he would do, though?
You think your father would actually do that?
No, although I wouldn't put it past him. Let's go. Let's meet this so-called family retainer.
Okay, he's in.
If it's a trap, we escape and kill everyone. You're good at that. If it's not, I send the man back to my father with a message that he can stick his alarm in his wit's end.
Okay, so can you tell me about the issue a little bit?
There seems to be bad blood between you and your family.
Interesting turn of phrase. But you're correct. They don't care for my choices, nor I for theirs.
Because you wouldn't get married. Because you left.
That too.
So, are you going to talk to him?
I think you should meet with this retainer. Find out what your family wants.
I didn't ask what you thought, did I?
Whoa.
That was unworthy, I apologize. There'd be no harm in hearing what this man of my father's has to say. If I don't like it, however, I want to leave.
That's fine.
That works for me.
I wonder how much my father paid this man to wait around just in case I showed. We'll find out soon enough.
Okay, bring Dorian to the Gull and Lantern. Let's set this up, shall we? Last resort of good men. Okay. It's back in the hinterlands. Whereabouts? Way up here. We should be able to fast travel to Redcliffe. Let's go to the village, I guess. Okay. Dorian obviously is going to come with us. Let's bring out Sarah, because she hasn't been out for a while. And let's bring out Iron Bull.
Got to be something here.
We do have something nearby. Is this... Oh, this is the locked...
Something like that.
Okay, well, let's get her in there. Requires perk, deft hands, find tools. Okay, we'll have to wait for that.
Grandmother, you heard about it?
Now, let's actually spec these guys a little bit here. Dorian's got a point to spend. Let's grab Blinding Terror. This does, enemies are panicked, taking increased damage from all attacks. It's actually pretty good. Sarah has Tempest. With a satchel of dirty tricks, Sarah takes the fight to her opponents before they know they're in it, commanding fast and hard, and if covered in alchemical fire, all the better. Okay, so Flask of Frost. The flask coats an icy skin that increases your armor and freezes enemies that strike you in melee range. Flask of Fire. Okay. Can't use this while another elixir is active. Fury of the Storm. Your stamina is exhausted. You fight even harder, lashing out with fury. That's cool. In Flask Master, your experience with elixirs has made you better equipped to handle potions and other consumables, letting you carry more of them at a time, and giving you the chance not to use an elixir when you activate an elixir ability. This ability does not apply to healing potions. And Bull with Reaver. I just want to read what Reaver is. Iron Bull's combat style has honed his aggression and anger to a killing edge. He has learned to turn his own pain into a fury that makes him even deadlier when the fight gets bloody. You mark part of the battlefield as yours. Enemies inside the ring take spirit damage, while your own attacks inside the ring hit harder. The more you're hurt, the stronger both effects are. Yep. Fervor. When an enemy dies near you, the thrill of death spurs you to hit that much harder. Or Blood Frenzy. They thought you'd get weaker once they wounded you. They were wrong. Let's go Fervor.
It's destroyed completely. I'm pleased to hear it. Could be better. Merchants come in now and say there are countless bodies lying in shit on the side. Thank you.
Good day.
And this is the Gull and Lantern.
Uh-oh, nobody's here. This doesn't bode well.
Dorian.
Father.
No retainer.
So the whole story about the family retainer was just, what? A smokescreen?
Then you were told. I apologize for the deception, Inquisitor. I never intended for you to be involved.
Of course not. Magister Parvus couldn't come to Skyhold and be seen with the dread Inquisitor. What would people think? What is this exactly, Father? Ambush? Kidnapping? Warm family reunion?
This is how it has always been.
You went through all of this to get Dorian here. Talk to him.
Yes, Father. Talk to me. Let me hear how mystified you are by my anger.
Dorian, there's no need to.
I prefer the company of men. My father disapproves.
Okay. Is that what this is all about, though?
I'll need you to explain that.
Did I stutter? Men and the company thereof, as in sex. Surely you've heard of it.
Okay, well. This could set his father off.
I've more than heard of it, actually.
No. The Herald of Andraste. I am shocked and scandalized.
Such sarcasm.
You're not exactly subtle, O Lord Inquisitor.
I should have known that's what this was about.
No. You don't get to make those assumptions. You know nothing about the Inquisitor.
This is not what I wanted.
I'm never what you wanted, Father. Or had you forgotten?
Why is that an issue for him? Just old ethics?
That's a big concern in Tevinter, then.
Only if you're trying to live up to an impossible standard. Every Tevinter family is intermarrying to distill the perfect mage, perfect body, perfect mind, the perfect leader. It means every perceived flaw, every aberration is deviant and shameful. It must be hidden.
Well, I'll ask for you.
So that's what all of this is about? Who you sleep with?
That's not all it's about.
Dorian, please. If you'll only listen to me.
Why? So you can spout more convenient lies? He taught me to hate blood magic. The resort of the weak mind. Those are his words. But what was the first thing you did when your precious heir refused to play pretend for the rest of his life? You tried to change me.
I only wanted what was best for you.
You wanted the best for you. For your fucking legacy. Anything for that.
Don't leave it like this, Dorian. You'll never forgive yourself.
Tell me why you came.
If I knew, I would drive you to the Inquisition.
You didn't. I joined the Inquisition because it's the right thing to do. Once, I had a father who would have known that.
Once, I had a son who trusted me. A trust I betrayed. I only wanted to talk to him, to hear his voice again, to ask him to forgive me.
He says we're alike. Too much pride. Once I would have been overjoyed to hear him say that. Now I'm not certain. I don't know if I can forgive him.
He tried to change you.
Out of desperation. I wouldn't put on a show, marry the girl, keep everything unsavory private and locked away. Selfish, I suppose.
not to want to spend my entire life screaming on the inside. He was going to do a blood ritual, alter my mind, make me acceptable. I found out. I left.
Can blood magic actually do that?
Maybe. It could also have left me a drooling vegetable. It crushed me to think he found that absurd risk preferable to scandal. Part of me has always hoped he didn't really want to go through with it. If he had, I can't even imagine the person I would be now. I wouldn't like that, Dorian.
Are you all right?
No, not really. Thank you for bringing me out there. It wasn't what I expected, but it's something. Maker knows what you must think of me now, after that whole display.
Actually, like, if anything, it reaffirms a lot of things, so...
I don't think less of you. More, if possible.
The things you say.
I mean it.
My father never understood. Living a lie, it festers inside of you like poison. You have to fight for what's in your heart.
I agree.
I see you enjoy playing with fire, Inquisitor. At any rate, time to drink myself into a stupor. It's been that sort of day. Join me sometime, if you've a mind.
I don't know what you think you're doing.
I'm being clucked at by a hen, evidently.
Don't play the fool with me, young man.
If I wanted to play the fool, I could be rather more convincing, I assure you.
Your glib tongue does you no credit.
You'd be surprised at the credit my tongue gets me, Your Reverence.
So that's kind of interesting. His father, ashamed of who he was, tried to change him, or wanted to change him with blood magic. And all of that led to them not talking forever. And I guess we're not 100% on what the resolution is, but at least he talked to him and perhaps can salvage some type of relationship with the father, but who knows. Way of the Necromancer. Oh, okay, this is one of the things that we needed. From Mortalitasi for the Living the Dead, the words of the speaker Vius Anaxis make one passage stand out. We are of this world, and as with any piece that seeks to leave its element, there is a void when we abandon the mortal. It must be that we would hold our returning to the Maker. It must be that we should seek balance. It must be that the Maker's first children, and the second. An account. Breath ceased on the hour exactly. We felt his absence in that moment, and were ready. It was gentle, and all were calmed by the signs of the spirit entering, knowing there would be no chains on their loved one. Unfettered, he would find the side of the Maker. But that was not the training nor the battlefield. I had heard the accounts. Sorry, that was not the training for the battlefield. I had heard the accounts and knew my role, and I was ready. Then our warriors signaled the charge, and I was not ready. Breath was not stilled by the hour and was not gentle, and I was sore afraid. Then the enemy countered, and when I saw blades came for the good men whom I stood beside, and I would not allow it. The dead who had fallen, I bid their forms to serve, and it was the turn of our foes to know fear. But I had peace, for I had granted the fallen greater purpose, and in doing, had honored life by protecting it. Detailed ritual instructions follow. Okay.
Oh,
What's going on here?
It seems the revered mother is concerned about my undue influence over you.
It is just concern. Your worship, you must know how this looks.
You might need to spell it out, my dear.
This man is of Tevinter. His presence at your side, the rumors alone.
Is this because he's Tevinter or because of his sexual preference?
What's wrong with him being from Tevinter, specifically?
I'm fully aware that not everyone from the Imperium is the same.
How kind of you to notice. Yet still you bow to the opinion of the masses.
The opinion of the masses is based on centuries of evidence. What would you have me tell them?
The truth?
The truth is I do not know you, and neither do they. Thus, these rumors will continue.
Tell me about the rumors.
Oh? I'd like to hear what these rumors are exactly.
I could not repeat them, your worship.
Repeat them? So you've shared them before?
See, I meant no disrespect, Inquisitor. Only to ask after this man's intentions. If you feel he is without ulterior motive, then I humbly beg forgiveness of you both.
Well, that's something.
Does this happen a lot to you?
This sort of thing happens often, does it?
More than anyone tells you. No one knows their own reputation.
Until someone helpfully informs them.
There is that. She meant well, if that's of any concern. It does make me wonder. Is my influence over you undue?
No, I don't think so.
No, not undue at all.
Overdue, then? I tease you too much, I know.
It's helpful when you turn that scathing wit on people other than me.
I'll have to find something we can do that doesn't involve teasing. Soon, ideally.
Though it seems like that relationship is getting pretty serious. Let's see if there's anything else going on with
Would I
him.
adore you more? Probably not.
We should talk. Uh-oh.
I need to talk to you.
About how much you adore me, I assume? I hear that so often.
We need to end this, spend time together, kiss. Oh my god. What does this say? You'll end your romance with Dorian, spend time together.
I was hoping to steal a moment alone with you.
I need to talk to you, he says. Have it your way, but let's go where 100 onlookers won't think I'm stealing the Inquisitor's soul.
Okay, so we just disappear for a while and come back. Interesting.
You seem very interested in my opinions.
I need to talk to you.
About how much you adore me, I assume? I hear that so often.
Let's do something interesting.
More interesting than wandering the countryside killing random strangers? Perish the thought. It'll have to be brandy, won't it? A little early, but that's never stopped me before.
Okay, so I guess that's probably... I don't know if we're in a relationship exactly. But we're definitely in something.
Greetings again, Inquisitor.
I trust everything is well with the mages.
Most are pleased with the Alliance, even if we wonder what will happen next.
I'll leave you to it.
Okay, let's head down and actually talk to Solus now. I should actually refresh and see what it is that he's looking for us to do for him. I'm actually really pleased with the way that that went. It gave us a little bit of backstory on Dorian and the history with his father. Obviously, it's not all roses, but hopefully it's a step in the right direction. We have to go out and kill Venatori with him still. Sarah, find the spirit with Solus in the Exalted Plains, and that's an area we haven't been to yet. We also have to go to the Exalted Plains for Vivienne. Meet Josephine and Valroyo. And smuggler letters found for... Who's this? Cullen? Kaer Oswin is a new area we'd have to go to. Why don't we go and finish off the Venatori for Dorian? And then we'll talk to Solus now and see if there's anything new.
Stop the Wardens from carrying out this insane plan, Inquisitor. To seek out these old gods deliberately in some bizarre attempt to preempt the Blight.
I wouldn't mind never having another blight. Corypheus interfering is the real problem.
The Blight is the real problem.
And the Wardens are trying to end the blight forever.
Yes.
We may not be doing it
Would
the
it
right
have
way.
worked? Do you know? Did they? The fools who first unleashed the Blight upon this world thought they were unlocking ultimate power. Forgive me. The entire idea is unnerving. Hello.
At least you've calmed down a bit.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
Okay, so let's go to the war room. We'll make sure that we have people doing work.
Lost 3 shipments. It's still.
And then we'll go out, kill some Venatori. We'll probably go on Cassandra's mission, which will lead us to the Exalted Plains, where we can do a couple of
In the
things.
circle. Perhaps a tailored coat from Valrayo? He can't wear armor all the time.
He will appreciate the gesture, Lady Ambassador.
That's a polite way of saying he wouldn't like it, isn't it? Yes?
What do the people make of us?
We've gathered many favors among the nobility. They will be gently reminded of this.
Let's speak later.
Goodbye.
Okay, we've got another perk. Secrets sounds like one that may actually get us into some locked areas. Let's see here. Eagle-eyed. Yeah, it's this one. But we need 4 points in the category to do it. Which is something we do not have. Inventory capacity would be okay. Let's check out forces again. Rider's posture, not so concerned. Ah, here we go. Increase maximum focus from 100 to 200. Second tier focus effect for abilities can now be triggered. Absolutely. Okay, over in Ferelden, let's grab a couple of these. The Inquisition is a sight to behold, a command of legions, hearts, and minds. It's worthy, your Inquisitor. It is worthy, your Inquisitor is worthy, and my masters are pleased. I will bring my wares, and together we will extend your reach ever further. Now you trade not just in treasures, but will. Predecessor's work, we got a corrupting rune. Current progress and findings. Certain herbivores appear especially sensitive to disruptions caused by the rifts. Migration and mating habits have been impacted. Ramifications on predator behavior apparent, but warrant further study. Additional notes. In studying alterations in animal behavior, I've uncovered something the Inquisitor's soldiers may find useful. Human behavior is similarly unpredictable. I'll continue to pursue this line of research until otherwise notified. Okay. Tevinter Resistance. Enhanced Chain Lightning Ring. It seems Dorian was correct. Not only do Tevinter Templars not possess the ability to disrupt magic, Tevinter Magisters are flummoxed when they encounter such abilities. There was an attack on Magister Talani's estate, but our agent, Sir Belinda Darrow, reports that it was handily beaten back and is unlikely to return anytime soon. Magister Talani sends her thanks, as well as some artifacts stripped from the attackers, and a scented handkerchief. Don't ask. Okay. Alright, now, let's see, are any of these available without cost? A battalion for Sarah and Verschiel. We verified Sarah's claims about Verschiel. Several displacements of refugees were deliberate in what appears to be an attempt to destabilize land claims. While there would be no direct gain for involving the Inquisition, increasing our presence could have unexpected results. In any case, it is a trivial matter to divert troops to march through the city. Okay.
All right.
Not so much of a problem. The Hunter Shade Dracolisk. Our researcher has been examining everything known of the draconic species, and she believes that she has a way to flesh out a creature that might serve as a mount. The Dracolisk is a rarely seen beast, wary, skittish, but hardy and powerful. Certainly not a standard addition to a stable. But in what other way has the Inquisition proven itself to be standard? If you wish the lures placed, it will be done. Properly placed and report well on the results. Wow. Let's make sure it's properly placed.
At your service.
What else? Secure a source of water. We could do that, actually. The Griffin Wing Outpost has some access to water, but not enough to sustain the number of people there for a significant amount of time. The situation is not desperate, but if we are to maintain a presence in the western approach, the outpost will require access to fresh water. We should locate a reliable source as soon as possible.
Inquisitor.
Okay, cool. So we'll take a little bit of a break. When we come back, we'll finish off a couple of things for Dorian, a couple of things for Cassandra, and then we will see what else is on the table. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.